Well, talking about elections, let's move on to Israel, where the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's main opponent, Benny Gantz, has said that he should be the Prime Minister of Israel. Benny Gantz's comments came just hours after Netanyahu had called on Benny Gantz to form a unity government together. This, of course, because he didn't have the numbers. The former military chief said that his alliance had the most seats and thus he should lead the next government. Israel is now leading to a deadlock as the votes have nearly been counted. Benny Gantz's centrist blue and white party is just 2 seats ahead of Netanyahu's Likud party, neither of them, of course, reaching anywhere close to the majority mark to actually form the government. There are many other smaller parties who will have to align to one party or the other to make a difference for Netanyahu or his opponent, that is Benny Gantz. So far, we don't know how the smaller parties are doing or which way they're going to swing, without an obvious path to a majority coalition. Now, all of this is very interesting, as in a video message, Netanyahu has in fact said that he preferred to form a right-wing coalition, but the results have shown that it was not possible, thereby hinting that he may have to join hands with Benny Gantz's centrist white and blue party, which essentially is on the other side of the ideological divide.
ועכשיו אני קורא לך, חבר הכנסת בני גנץ, בני, עלינו להקים ממשלת אחדות רחבה עוד היום. העם מצפה מאיתנו, משנינו, שנגלה אחריות, שנפעל בשיתוף פעולה. ולכן אני קורא לך, בני, בוא ניפגש היום, בכל שעה, בכל עת, כדי להניע את המהלך הזה שהוא צו השעה. אסור לנו ואין שום סיבה להגיע לבחירות שלישיות. אני נגד זה. צו השעה, ממשלת אחדות רחבה, עוד היום.
The partial vote tally points to a tie between Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's Likud party and his main rival Benny Gantz's blue and white party, with no majority in the 120-seat Knesset. Now, lengthy coalition talks loom large. The future of Israel's government continues to lie in the hands of smaller parties. Avigdor Lieberman of the Isreal Beitenu party is now being touted as a possible kingmaker in this scenario. So clearly, as we've been pointing out, smaller parties will be playing kingmaker in this election that is taking place just 5 months after the first election, which also threw up no clear majority, and Benjamin Netanyahu continued as in a minority government, and clearly he hoped that this time around things would change and he would get a clear mandate from the voters. That hasn't happened for him, and his future hangs in the balance with him now sending out that video message to his opponent asking to join hands between these two parties that are ideologically different. Benny Gantz, of course, more to the center, to the left, and Netanyahu's party, the Likud, is known to be more conservative. And the smaller parties so far have not really made any decision. Daniel Pagani, our West Asia Bureau Chief, is now joining us live for the latest on this. And Daniel, as we've been pointing out, that of course nothing is emerging from this, but that video message very critical by Netanyahu, suggesting that he's willing to join hands with his opponent, Benny Gantz. But how do you think that Benny Gantz is going to take this? He's clearly saying that he needs to be Prime Minister.
From now onwards, we are going to witness a very, very refined game of strategy. Netanyahu was the first one to come out with a proposal of joining hands into a coalition, so that gives him an advantage from the propaganda point of view. He now is the man who looks like the responsible politician who's ready to give up everything he has in order to create a coalition. Benny Gantz, rightfully so, said that since he, in terms of number, got more votes, he should be the Prime Minister. So we have a problem here. We have two men, both powerful, who both want to be the prime minister. So the first scenario could be, so to say, an alternate premiership with Netanyahu starting and then after 2 years giving up his office for Benny Gantz. This is becoming a very realistic opinion and could also give the possibility to Netanyahu to propose the immunity law and to avoid going to jail if indicted. But we can also have a very, very tough fight for which at the end of the day Netanyahu needs to give up his position and to be perhaps a minister within the coalition. But knowing the man, it will be very difficult that he will give up. It's the top or nothing for him normally. So it's going to be a very, very delicate and complicated game of strategy that we will witness in the coming days. Certainly the Prime Minister of Israel sent out a clear message. He said no third elections. So get out and solve this problem.
Right. Daniele, thanks very much indeed for joining us with the latest there. Daniele Pagani there reporting on the elections in Israel and a critical situation there emerging with no clear majority.